Dear friends, we are continuing our exploration of fundamental reality and quantum reality. The ultimate intention being liberation from illusion. And I have made these points before, but I realized that making them in a different way, a slightly different way, reinforces the point. And sometimes people get an epiphany from one point of view and not from another point of view. So the aha experience is kind of determined by the uncertainty principle. So let me share with you the most important thing to understand if we want to liberate ourselves from illusion, and also if we want to know our true self. Same thing as fundamental reality or quantum body. So the first point I want to make today is that which we call the universe, is entangled experience. I'll repeat that. That which we call the universe is entangled experience. The real reality is that which is projecting that experience. The experience being a modified form or modified expression of the field and the knower of the field. So once again, in the absence of experience, there's no knowing of the universe. There's no understanding of the universe, or what we call the universe. And I have tried my best to reinforce the point of view that there is no universe. The universe is a human construct around human perceptions and alchemy of sensations. And that, by the way, that universe includes what we call the person, the body-mind, because the body-mind is an activity of what we call the universe. But both the universe and the body-mind are qualia combinations, the alchemy of sensations. So liberation from illusion is a shift in identity from I am a person to I am the field and I'm the knower of the field. So liberation is not of the person, but from the person. I'll repeat that. Liberation is not of the person, but from the person. That which we call human, that which we call a person, is an entanglement of qualia, sensations, images, feeling, thoughts, or in one word, sensations. All sentient beings are entangled qualia combinations, entangled in the ecosystem of biological organisms that are essentially biosensors for sensations and their corresponding perceived worlds. I'll repeat that because you might think it's New Age woo-woo, and that is a very dismissive comment that many people make when I speak, but I choose these words very carefully. All sentient beings are entangled qualia combinations, entangled in the ecosystem of biological organisms that are essentially biosensors for sensations and their corresponding perceived worlds. All existence and awareness of existence is entangled in the field of awareness. The field knows itself as all knowers, all modes of knowing, and all things known, all seers, all modes of seeing, and every possible changing scenery. But remember, the seer, the seeing, and the scenery is constantly changing and evolving. What remains is the infinite, irreducible, unbounded, borderless, non-conceivable, imperceivable, fundamental, irreducible, smaller than the smallest, larger than the largest field of possibilities in which seer, scenery, and and seeing constantly co-arise and subside as qualia combinations. The feeling even of I am Deepak, observing the world, is a result of qualia combinations. In reality, that which I call Deepak is just a kind of a, or you call Deepak, is kind of flowing activity of qualia combinations all the way from fertilized egg to through zygote, embryo, baby, toddler, etc., all the way to dusty death. So what is evolution? Evolution is the recycling of the field through memory and leaps of creativity. So everything you see around you, including your body, is the recycling of cosmic memory, including your body and your mind is the recycling of cosmic memory, but everything that you see around you is also the recycling of cosmic memory, but then punctuated by leaps of creativity, which means new models of understanding what we call the perceived world. So there's recycling of memory, and then there are quantum leaps of creativity. New context, new meaning, new relationships, new stories as we evolve from primitive biological sensors to more advanced biological sensors. Now, we can also say that some of the sensors that other species have could be more advanced. You know, what is more interesting than navigating reality through infrared or ultraviolet or cosmic rays or whatever? So different species have different biosensors, but the human species has the ability to understand this and also go back to self-awareness and actually create a mathematics for creativity. If you're familiar with Gödel's theorem says there are theorems that are true but cannot be proved. That's Gödel's theorem is an example of mathematical creativity. Okay, but that mathematical creativity applies to the creativity of the cosmos. And now with all the new mathematics, we have dark energy, dark matter, trying to figure it out. And I can suggest that both dark energy and dark matter are evidence of cosmic memory. But they're both invisible. Dark matter is invisible, and yet without dark matter, there would be no gravity. And without gravity, there would be no planet spinning on its axis going around the sun. In other words, our planet, Karma Bhumi. So dark matter is cosmic memory that gave rise to our existence, as is dark energy, cosmic memory. But this memory is invisible. So what is invisible memory? Invisible memory is karma. Invisible memory is karma. And just like you and I have karma, there is cosmic karma. So think about this and let me know your thoughts and your feedback. All the best. By the way, the book is now available for pre-order. It'll be coming out towards the end of the year, though. October, November, something like that. Okay, all the best. Have a wonderful day.